Okay. Um, this is probably just gonna be called Garden Warfare number 0 because I have to go right now, so I have to go do something else. So this was just honestly a refresher on what all the characters did, if you didn't know. So you don't even have to watch this, but I will try to get a video up of actual gameplay, so that's important, as fast as possible. But for now, what's up guys, it's me, Hazard Dragon, and today we're playing Garden Warfare 2. This is an older game, it came out 2016, I think? Maybe? I don't know. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I restarted it for video purposes. I think in my actual like other Xbox profile I am like prestige 27 or something. The max rank's prestige 54, rank 55, if that's anything. But yeah. So yeah, I figured I'd restart just because it's always fun, and then I would like to make this in a series. I guess we'll see how well it does. But yeah, I think it's really enjoyable of a game. There's multiple of them. There's Plants Army Garden Warfare 1, which came out in 2014. And then this one came out in 2016. And there's also Battle for Naperville, which came out in 2019. In my opinion, Garden Warfare 2 is easily the best. It's everything Garden Warfare was and more and better. I really enjoy Garden Warfare 1, but this one is, I think, it's just everything it was and better. Battle for Naperville, on the other hand, is interesting. It's very different and not in a super good way. I'm not saying it's like super, it's not a bad game, but it could have been so much better, and you can tell it's a like not that well received or a amazing game in general when just 1 year after it was published, it's no longer received updates. So it's just kind of done. I mean, it's fun. I still play it, but yeah, that's sad. But yeah, this is Garden Warfare 2. Basically, the whole point of the game is it's just like Plants vs Zombies 1 and all that whole franchise. It's Plants vs Zombies, except this one is actually a TPS, a third-person shooter. It is rated teen for teen, I guess because of pew pews. But I mean, look at this game. It's so lighthearted and amazing. There's nothing bad about it, right? Just zombies. That's fine. Can I kill this Gargantuar in the time that it comes? Please, please, please die. Okay, that works. I don't know if he's actually killable. He might be invincible. So yeah, that was just kind of like the first part of the game. They're pretty simple controls, just like really any other shooter game. But basically, it's Garden Warfare 1, which in Garden Warfare 1 there was on the plant side the pea shooter, the sunflower, the chomper, and the cactus versus the zombies, which is the foot soldier, the scientist, the engineer, and the all-star. In this game, they've added 3 new for each: the citron, the kernel corn, and the rose for the plants, and the zombies have the super brains, the imp, and the captain Deadbeard, and then a secret Torchwood and Hovergut 3000, which isn't quite secret anymore because you can literally just buy it, but it's really fun to unlock it. So yeah, this is the backyard. This is the main hub of the game, which is better than the Garden Warfare 1's menu. It's super fun to just chill around it. There's the zombie side. I probably should be paying attention to the text. That's fine. We're just gonna swoop on in here. He says, but on the bright side, I planted a tree under my house. Yeah, that's a crazy day for you. He's also got a flying RV, so what else do you need? That's some nice quality issues. And that's the portal for multiplayer. What are those blue floaty things? As he shoves his ear. Shut up, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I don't care. Welcome to the backyard. Head over to the garage to try the solo play quests. Want to dive right into multiplayer? Activate the multiplayer portal. Jump in the customization boost to try a new character. So yeah, there's also variants for characters, which is one thing that Battle for Naperville doesn't have, making it not that good. Try out different characters, customize their appearance, select character upgrades, gestures, and abilities. So as you can see, we have the 4 original, the pea shooter. Pea shooter's generous splash damage makes him great for taking out hordes of zombies. He also inflicts extra damage on direct hits, because it's also critical hits for headshots, but the pea shooter, he's slow attacking ish, but lots of damage with splash damage. And instead of just getting a headshot for a critical hit, if you get a direct hit, it's a critical. The Chomper prefers being sneaky and can eat zombie foes from behind or below. He's a very different class. He can just chomp. He's melee only to chomp to do damage, but you can also go behind them or burrow under them to completely eat them whole, which is very awesome. But you have to there's like a time after that you're chewing them. The Sunflower is a healing class. Lots, like, not that much damage, but fast attacking, and then obviously heals. Her Heal Beam and Heal Flower make the Sunflower the premier medic. Her Sun Pulse packs a punch too. And the Cactus is a sniper-ish class. Slow attacking, lots of damage, good with headshots. Explosive Potato Mines, defensive tall nuts, and a super accurate spike shot make the Cactus the ultimate long-range specialist. So I'll show off all of their like abilities. If you've never played Garden Warfare 1, this is just, this is the pea shooter right here. His base attack, like that, does lots of damage, lots of splash damage, but is slower. This is the Chili Bean Bomb. Everyone near this is going to take a lot of damage when it explodes, like that. And then this is the Pea Gatling. Basically turns him into a full auto fast attacking thing. He's got 100 bullets, which is nice. And then this is Hyper, which allows you to run fast and jump high for a little while, which is very useful for dodging things and then getting behind them, which is kind of the purpose of that. Or getting away as well, I guess. Can I get back here? Yes, I can. Okay, the Chomper. I would like to show him in the actual, what is that? This way. So the Chomper bites. Always good. This is also the area there's just plants and zombies attacking. Weeds and zombies. So yeah, he does damage just like this. But if you get behind a zombie, you can eat him whole. Nom. And then you have to wait. So you can do that even with like people in multiplayer. And then he's got a goop which slows down them and stops them from using their abilities. And shooting, I think. But so some guys aren't... Okay, that's not a good exit. Like this outhouse zombie right here. He can't be fully eaten. If he has the outhouse on, you just eat the outhouse. Same with screen door zombies and newspaper zombies. And I'm trying to think. If you try to eat an engineer when he's using a special ability, you eat his special ability instead of that. There's actually 2 abilities that you do that with. The engineer is the anti-jumper. We'll get into that. This is the burrow. Become invincible under here for a while, and you can just yoink. Yeah, so that's just kind of his playstyle. And then he's got little spike weeds that he can place down. That if a zombie gets stuck in them, it takes damage for a little while. And you can goop him and eat him from there. If a zombie's in here, you don't even have to be behind him to actually fully eat him. Like, come on. Yeah, he's probably gonna die. Conehead. Hello, sir. Hello. Would you like a spagweed? So yeah, we can actually eat him from the front, unlike normal. So yeah, that's basically the Chomper. Oh, here's a newspaper zombie. But yeah, as you can see with this guy, I try to eat him from behind. I just eat the newspaper. Seems like barrel zombies and ship wheel zombies or whatever they're called. But those are just variant of them. So we're gonna go back. I should be able to warp him. I didn't know it started with 100,000 coins. What? Also, the deluxe upgrades, there's specific characters. We'll get into that in a second. But for now, there's lots of stuff around. The Sunflower. So she does damage fast, but inaccurately, but not a lot of it, and she's meant for healing. So this heal beam right here, it heals someone for like +2 health every once in a while. This, she can push down. Those heal you. It just shoots out in bursts, but can be killed. And then this is similar to the Pea Gatling of the Pea Shooter. That's basically her most damaging thing, but the problem is that she's rooted. Fun fact about the Sunflowers, right before Battle for Neighborhood came out, they actually got a buff. So she used to have 100 health, now she has 110, which is cool. Now we have the Cactus, the Sniper, basically. So he's got 12 shots, as you can see. He's mostly defensive, so you can place these to stop zombies, and these. If a zombie runs over them when it's armed, it explodes and does a lot of damage, which is cool. I think I broke something. There we go. So yeah, he just snipes. Like, can I find a zombie, please? Oh, there's one. Lots of damage, slow, though, and sniper. And then he's also got a garlic drone, which is a different playstyle. RB and LB to go up and down. And so you have 5 health, so you gotta be nimble. But you can do damage like that. And he's also got a Y ability. Once you use that, it shoots corn down, which then explodes, and actually does quite a bit of damage. Just, if they don't, like, if you see corn coming down, you know there's a garlic drone. And then you can just press B to end it, or get shot, obviously. So yeah, that's the Cactus. So now we're going to go into the new guys, starting with the Citron. I didn't read what he said, because I forget to do this. Use his ball form to roll right into the action, then instantly transform into attack mode, laying waste to the zombies with his orange beam. So he's a beam. He was nerfed before the end of the game, which made him a lot worse. He kind of needed the nerf, but they also subsequently nerfed every single Citron, making certain Citrons very, very bad. So yeah, he's got a beam. He used to do the exact same damage from any range, which was at like 10s and stuff. Now he only does 2s, and he does more the closer he is, which makes sense for him, but it also did that for every other Citron, making some Citrons absolutely garbage. This is an EM Peach. Anyone that gets near that will be stunned for a little while. Similar to the Goop, but more of a range. This blocks damage, not super well, but it can block like a ZPG, which is cool. So yeah. And then he's got a ball form, which is what I was talking about. Just fast in this one. This one allows you to move faster. Come on, quality. Please don't die on me. Thank you. And this, you shoot forward and you can roll over zombies, which is always fun. And that's basically the Citron in a nutshell. Now we have the Rose, which honestly I didn't think was that good until I tried it recently in the other one, and I actually enjoyed it. Or not specifically the Rose, just her variants. So she is a very interesting character. You have to lead her shots. She's got some form of homing, but really only close range. So yeah, obviously you can see you have to lead her shots, which is interesting, especially if they're moving. But yeah, she's got I forgot to read it. Whatever, I'll do that in a second. Time Snare. That's similar to the EM Peach. Just her Time Snare is garbage. Not gonna lie. That is the only stun move in the game that has the longest reload, the worst stun, and they can still attack. And it doesn't do damage. There's like nothing good about it. Anyways, Goatify. This is interesting. It's very pinpoint, but if you do that right, I miss. You can turn zombies into goats. Basically, they just kind of walk around. Their abilities they keep the same amount of health they had before, but their abilities are all scrambled. They can only charge, which takes a while, and then they charge, and it doesn't do that much damage. And they're like that for a while. Then we had the Arcane Enigma, which allows you to be invincible to get away, and this does like 20 damage, and you can do that 3 times. But it does eat away at the timer. She says her homing magic missiles, zombie halting time snare, and mystifying goat ability make Rose a tricky threat. Okay, whatever you say. Now the Kernel Corn. I didn't read it again because I forget to do things like that. This guy, he's very fast, as you can see. He's actually pretty accurate, but there's some like a recoil, and as you can see, the more I shoot, the longer it goes. He's got a butter brush, which I'm gonna throw over there to show it off. So it's gonna land, and in a second, yep, those are butter. They're going to explode in a cross shape, which is very useful. He's also got a shuck shot, which just does a lot of damage in that little area. And then one of the glitchiest abilities in the game, the Husk Hop. It's very good. It does a lot of damage. You can kind of control it, but there are times where it just won't. Like, you'll either not fly at all, you'll just stay on the ground shooting it, or you'll fly up and not shoot any bullets. It's very glitchy. Well, that's fine. Now to the zombies. If we move this way, we can go to Y. So we'll go to the... I didn't read what he said. Hold on. The Colonel's dual Cob Busters, Explosive Shuckshot, and Butter Barrage Airstrike mean he's always on the front lines. Now we have the zombies. The original 4, the Foot Soldier. A rapid-fire Z1 assault rifle, explosive ZPG, and versatile rocket jump. Make the soldier great in all situations. He's kind of like a rival of the P. Gatling, kind of. If we're going off of just Garden Warfare 1, he's a rival of the P. Gatling, and he's technically a rival of the Kernel Corn. So yeah, he shoots fast, basically. He's also got a Stink Cloud, which this blocks damage. And in Battle for Neighborville, unlike Garden Warfare 1 and 2, zombies can see through it, which is really good, because one thing is a pea shooter can throw a chili bean bomb in there. It's very hard to see, meaning zombies that are hiding in the zombie Stink Cloud can't see the chili bean bomb, which is a problem, as I'm sure you could guess. Then, he's got the ZPG. It's very good for pea shooter and Sunflower when they're rooted. It does a lot of damage. So, because they can't move. And this is a rocket jump, pushing him high in the air. That's actually the worst. There's also a different form of it, which is a rocket leap, which has 2 of them and makes it go farther, which in my opinion is much better. But yeah, that's about that. Now we can go to the engineer. His explosive concrete launcher, an all-new construction turret, making him a force at mid-range. So this is one of the changed guys from Garden Warfare 1. He's similar to the pea shooter damage-wise, but he's an anti-chomper. He always has been. So, like, as you can see, very similar to the pea shooter. Almost the same, just slightly slower and more damage. This is a stun. It stuns him. Pretty simple. He's also got the jackhammer, which allows him to move fast. And so, the reason he's anti-chomper is when he's in this mode right here, if a chomper comes to bite you, he'll eat the jackhammer and you're fine. Same with the stun. If there's a chomper burrowing underground, the only way to get them out is to use that stun grenade, which is why he's anti-chomper. And this is actually a new thing. In Garden Warfare 1, he had something very similar to the Cactus's garlic drone. It was the Zombot drone. It flew around, had the exact same abilities, basically the exact same thing, but for them. Now, that was changed to a different thing for Captain Deadbeard, and now he's got a turret similar to Pea Shooter. So he's even more similar to the Pea Shooter. But he's basically the Pea Shooter, but anti garlic drone. Garlic drone? What? Chomper. I'm messing up my words. Now we have the Scientist. His close range goo blast. Did I just say glue baster? What the heck? Goo Blaster and all new Heal Beam of Science make for a crazy fun combination. So you can heal. So he's actually slightly changed as well. So this does a lot more damage close range. I don't really want to go because it's hard. So, Can I hit anyone? It does like 70 damage close range, which is kind of the point. But unlike in, I think he technically has that. I could be wrong though. Yes, he does. Okay, I'm going to show off. This is what he was in Garden Warfare 1. He could place a heal station similar to the heal flower. That was his only way of healing. He also had sticky exploding balls. If a plant gets near them, they explode and do 50 damage. He's also got this warp, which is nice. But he was changed so that you also have that, but you also have a much more direct version of the heal beam. He's obviously very similar to the sunflower. He's like a sunflower chomper, kind of. But he's got a heal beam. Basically the sunflower's heal beam, but it's really nice. And then we have the All-Star. The All-Star's game plan is all about suppressing the plants with a never-ending barrage of footballs. He's supposed to rival the Citron. He didn't really rival anyone else. But yeah, he shoots really fast. He's got infinite ammo, but you can't overheat. We're going to try that now, please. Thank you. So yeah, now I can't shoot. I can't really do anything. There we go. That's about that. Yeah, I've never been the biggest fan of All-Stars, but whatever. He's got an Imp Punt, which Shadow explodes them with a Chili Bean Bomb. He's got dummy things. These are like the Cactus Tall Nuts, but better in literally every way. And then he's got a Sprint Tackle, which does a lot of damage, and is generally kind of overpowered, depending on what you're doing. Now we have the new guys. First we have the Imp. This little guy wields dual rapid-fire Imp Blasters and can call in a massively powerful EMAC. This guy's very interesting. He's one of the coolest. He's only got 75 health, the lowest health out of any character. He was actually tied with the Vampire Flower before the Sunflowers got buffed and gave him 85 health. So yeah, he's got a double jump, and he's best at avoiding things and just doing damage quickly with his Imp Blasters with lots of recoil. But he's got the fastest base speed of any character. He's got a Gravity Grenade, that's supposed to suck plants in the middle. I missed horribly. That's fine. Then he's got the Imp Kata, which just destroys everything. Does more damage close you are. It's really good. But most importantly, we're going to have to wait for a second. I'm just going to kill things. He's got a very interesting thing that really doesn't rival anything but the Torchwood, which is a special character that wasn't added until like the second to last update. No, actually it was later. Whatever. Anyways, please, Mr. Z-Mech. There it is. So we can call in a Z-Mech. 350 health. Very large, very easy to hit. Lots of damage, can overheat. Has a missile. Just, like, what is this? And then also can stomp. But he's also got something interesting that combines with his Gravity Grenade. So if you're really low, if the battery power runs out, you'll just be kicked out. But if you die, you'll die. But if you're about to die, you can press Y once and then press Y again. Jump out. You can Gravity Grenade. Because they can shoot this to explode it. But also, if they don't, it becomes an explosive self-destruct. Which is very helpful. And then, I'm going to respawn. The Super Brains. I didn't read what he said again. This guy was very interesting because in the beta of this game, he had a weird glitch where he had to reload his fists. We're not going to talk about though. So this is close range, and then he's got the weakest garbage ever as a long range. It's just a beam. It overheats very quickly for a very long time because it was nerfed, and does no damage. Like, it literally overheated in like 3 seconds, and it's still overheating. There it is. He's got a cool multi-ball, or a super ultra ball, sorry, which does lots of damage. He's got the Turbo Twister. It slows enemies and just does damage. And then he actually used to only have one heroic kick, which just shoots you forward and does damage. Now he's got 2. That's about him. His short-range heroic fists and long-range heroic beam make him a threat at any distance. Then you have the Captain Deadbeard. He's the sniper, the rival of the Cactus. His hold and release zoom to switch between his close and long range attacks. So he's very interesting. Similar to the Super Brains. He's got a shotgun as an attack, but if you aim, he's got a sniper, which is very interesting. He's also can become a barrel, which he takes a lot less damage and can detonate himself to do more damage. Or you can hide in corners, and if people can't see you, then you can consider yourself being good at the game. He's also got a cannon thing, which does a lot of damage. It's basically just the P Gatling, similar to that at least. Can I hit any of them? Hey! And then this, instead of the Zombot drone that they used to have in Garden Warfare 1 from the engineer, there's a Parrot Pal. It's basically the Garlic drone. There's like literally no different. But it's a different drone than it was before, and for some reason it explodes into gears, meaning it's a robot, but that's fine. So yeah, that's all the characters. Thanks for watching. Don't die.